Hello and welcome to another one of my devlogs. To anyone new here, I'm Alan, a hobbyist game developer currently working on a game named Deck Tactics. Deck Tactics is a tactic roguelike deck builder inspired by Monster Train and Final Fantasy Tactics. It's been a month since the last devlog, so there's a bit of catching up to do. After the last devlog, I've been trying to integrate GOAP into my project. GOAP stands for Goal-Oriented Action Planning. It's sort of like finite state machine, but instead of manually creating the connection between each state, GOAP make it so that those connections are generated during runtime. There's a video that explains the concept really well and even has some example code which I imported into the project. I linked it down below in the description in case anyone is interested in learning about it. Anyway, while I did get the code running in my project, I still don't fully understand how GOP works, and I never really like putting codes that I don't fully understand into my project. I ended up rolling back the project to a previous version before I made all those changes testing out GOP, which brings us to the actual change in the project. Since the start of the project, I've been mostly focusing on the battle system, which is the game's core gameplay and is probably the most important part of the game. I, of course, got tired of it, hence why I felt demotivated, even though not getting GOP to work was just a small bump in the road for the project. Anyway, what part of the game did I work on? Well, that's the map, which is the second most important part of the game. At first, I wanted to make the map like Monster Train, but after finding out that there was a tutorial to make a Spire-like map, I decided to follow that tutorial and integrate their implementation into the project. It turned out fairly well. I linked the tutorial below along with the video I used to learn about GOAP. Now, there's not much to say about the map. It's a simple copy of the Spire map, and if you know how that works, you know how this one works as well. The map isn't complete yet, much like the art, the sound, everything else in the game, and I'm still going to improve it over time, like making each node have a set distance from each other and generating all the event types like shops and random events. For now, it's functional, and I'm happy to leave it at its current state. I've since gone back to working on the battle system again. There's so much to do to get it to properly functions, and I'm testing it out by trying to add more units and cards into the game. I'm hoping to add 3 different enemy units and players units with each having 3 to 5 different command cards in their deck. I also wanted to add more spell cards to the player as well. Eventually I'm going to build a tool to manage the process of creating and managing all the different units and cards. I never made any tool like that before, so it's going to be an interesting experience when I do get to it. Hopefully it will be less dreadful than learning about complicated AI stuff. Anyway, that's all I have in terms of update. In short, I tried to improve the enemy AI by using GOAP, failed, took a break, made a map instead, and now adding new units and cards into the game.